Hey boys and girls, Chris Mystery Clean wins the file course once again. So I'm just outside my favourite watering hole. Finished for the day. Did a couple of bits and pieces today, things like window cleaning. We've done a couple of gutter clears. Yeah, it's been quite a chill day. I've had Paul with me today. Just dropped him off. I've Paul with me today just to sort of cut through a few more jobs. It's always better. It's always nice having someone with you to sort of, you know, take the pressure off you, especially if you're getting, you know, if you've got like things like gutter clearing. It's always good to have another person with you. But yeah, I wanted to sort of drop a quick video today talking about sort of additional add-on services. I have mentioned in other videos pretty freaking recently actually that, you know, it's always a good idea to specialize, you know, go for a limited number of services and stick to those. But there are occasions where you do step out of your box a little bit to sort of provide services to customers that are not strictly linked to window cleaning. So it might surprise a handful of people watching the channel that we have started offering Christmas light installation, and many people I've spoken to have sort of gone, what are you doing, Chris? You're doing Christmas light installation, you know, you're losing your mind. That's not linked to cleaning in the slightest. Spot on. It is not in the remotest way possible linked in any way to cleaning. But a good friend of mine, Andy, I've known Andy for a number of years. He installs Christmas lights at Christmas time, and very sadly doesn't seem to have a vehicle. So I've said, well, I can help you out, mate, and you know, I'll be your taxi and I'll help you out, you know, where I can, and do, you know, bits and pieces and put lights up and all that sort of good stuff. Fine, no dramas. And that's our little sort of Christmas project, if you like. But we did it last year, very, you know, putting lights up, taking them down, etc. in the new year, and it was an absolute game changer for bringing in customers, especially on the back end of the pandemic. So obviously, having lost a good chunk of the round, etc., I found myself with a little bit more free time. And Andy was asking me if, you know, because obviously I had a number of slots from customers that didn't return back onto the rotor, you know, more commercial side than anything else. That's a story for another video. But I had found myself with a bit of free time and wanted to give Andy a hand, basically, and, you know, help him out. And as it happened, it was actually a really, really good decision for us to do it, because having put all these lights up and delivered, you know, a service to people who were very, very grateful for doing a stellar job, if I do say so myself. You know, we turned up in like one of my vans, and obviously on the side of that van is written my logo and the services that are on offer, etc. And it became another avenue for marketing. So what's happening is that we've hedged our bets now where it comes to putting lights up and stuff like that, by saying to the customer, you know, the type of house that you have, we will charge £30 deposit. We will use that deposit to purchase lights, good quality lights, and then we will turn up on a predetermined date, put the lights up, which will probably take about, you know, no more than say 15-20 minutes a house, because we're using clips. We clip them to the gutter. We don't really drill, you know, into the soffits and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of that. So hang them along the gutters. If there are other, you know, nails or anything like that sticking out of the soffit boards, any fixtures that we can hang lights from them, we will. And then basically we take payment on the day for the installation and to take them down in the new year. So we charge about £90. All in all, it's about £90 a house, with £30 being paid up front and then £60 being paid on the installation. So the reason why we've chosen to do that is because, well, the reason why Andy explained that it was a good idea to do it that way was, ultimately, if you use the deposit to buy the lights and the customer cancels, then you have lights that you can sell, you know, to recoup any costs, etc. And the customer just dips out because they've cancelled, and that's, you know, that's the nature of giving a deposit, you know. Use it or lose it. So having, you know, bought those lights, let's say the customer then wants them to be installed, we then turn up, install the lights for another, they pay £60 on the day, and then yeah, just install the lights. In January, after all the festivities are over, we'll come back and we will remove the lights. They've already paid for the installation, £30 for the installation and £30 for the takedown. And yeah, and then we'll come back in January, we take the lights down, we wrap the lights up, put them in a box, hand that box to the customer and say, right, the lights are yours. Feel free to give us a call this time next year, and or in the lead up to next Christmas, and we will do the same again. But because you have your own lights, we'll just take a £20 deposit to reserve a slot and go from there. And then, you know, about a week before Christmas, the winnings, if you like, are divided amongst the people that did the installations. But in doing that, people get to see the van more. It's a bit of goodwill, it's a bit of season's greetings and all this sort of stuff. The sorts of people that want lights putting up on the property, they have family, they have kids, they want to, they want to, you know, butter up the missus, you know, and all this sort of stuff, keep her on side, and oh, you know, the kids love lights and all this sort of stuff. And the people that do this have disposable income, who are house proud, who are cash rich, time poor, They are the same profile of customer that I go for window cleaning. And yeah, it seems to be a really, really good way of filtering and bringing customers in. So yeah, just a quick one, a quick video today, basically, just to talk a bit about that. But these add-on services, just because they're not strictly linked day to day to your bread and butter services, does not mean that, you know, it's not a viable option to offer the services going forward. So today's food for thought. There you go. So right, have a great day, peeps. I shall see you in the next video. Keep on keeping on.